Have you ever found yourself scratching your head trying to figure out the difference between Mailchimp tags and groups? Well, you're not alone. Today we're going to dive deep into this topic to clear up any confusion you might have. Understanding the details of these two features is crucial for effective email marketing campaigns. So let's get started. Mailchimp tags are like sticky notes that you can attach to your contacts. They help you label your audience based on specific criteria such as interests, purchase history, or demographics. This allows for precise labeling and individualized targeting. On the other hand, groups are like folders where you can broadly categorize your contacts based on shared attributes such as interest, preferences, or behaviors. The main difference between Mailchimp tags and groups is tagging contacts is done internally as the owner of the audience, while groups are meant to be contact-facing, so you can collect information on what your contacts tell you about themselves or their preferences. So now that we know the key differences between groups and tags, here are a couple examples of each. From our audience dashboard, we're under the All Contacts table. How do you know if you have tags applied to your audience? Well, if you scroll along your table here and you have a column called Tags, you'll see that there are tags added to these individuals. So how do we add a tag? So let's say this individual right here is very fond of chocolate ice cream. And we want to send them a chocolate ice cream or maybe a coupon for chocolate ice cream. And so what we can do here is we can check this person here and then click on Tag Contact. And then we can go up here and we can either find one that we've already have existing in our audience list, or we can create a new tag on the fly. So we'll type in chocolate ice cream. We've got chocolate ice cream in there. We got to click on create over here and it'll be pre-checked for us. And if we scroll down here at the very bottom here where it says choose action, we want to make sure that we're saying add tags and we'll click apply. Now, if we scroll along our contacts table, we'll now see that this individual now has chocolate ice cream. So that's how granular you can make your tagging. It can be broad. You can do a main tag, like we've got welcome tags here for anyone that goes through our process of getting a welcome email, initially signing up for our mailing list. So they get broad welcome tag, or we can bring it down to a granular level and just tag individuals with things that we should know about them. If we go to the tags page under audience tab, this is how you manage your tags for any audience that you have, if you have more than one audience. So what we can do here is we can check them all off and delete them all if you'd like. You can individually delete them by just clicking on each one. You can sort them by different way, date created or name, or you could do it, A to Z, Z to A, however you name them. Also note over on the right-hand side next to our tag, we have view, so we could view the contacts associated with that tag. So if we click on view, you see that has one person with that tag. Click back. On the down arrow next to view, we have a whole bunch of things we can do. We can delete it again. We can rename it. We can export the contacts that have that particular tag. We can send contacts with this tag, a regular campaign, a multivariate testing campaign, a plain text, and an RSS campaign. So that's all about tags. So what about groups? We know the differences between tags and groups. How do we know if we've got groups? How do we set up a group? So to go to groups, go to manage audience, click on groups. Now I've got one already here that I did for a previous video that you can go check out that's talking about how to set up a Mailchimp group. And if we just click on view groups, so let me tell you what's going on this. So what best describes your diving experience is the category for our group. Now it could be a question. Because it's customer facing, it should be something that's interpreted that they know what it is that they're selecting. So we have a question. And in that video, I had a diving demo website where I wanted to get an interest on the diving experience of the people who are signing up to our email list. So I did beginner, intermediate, and advanced, and they could only select one option. Now I could add additional groups to this group category. Like I could make super advanced, ultra advanced, I could go on and on. But I think 3 choices is pretty good. So that is our group. To create a group, click on the create a group button here, and you have some options here for your group on your sign up form. So you have checkboxes, radio buttons, drop downs, or you could say don't show these groups on my sign up form. So creating a group is easy enough. You select how you want to You have your group options. We'll keep it as checkboxes. And then for the group category, maybe we'll do something like, what is your favorite AI tool? And then we can do group names. We can do Chat, GPT, do Midjourney, or Claude, just to name a few. And we could add additional ones if we wanted to, but we'll keep it to 3. And then from there, you just click on Save. And then you have the option to import into these groups, or we can click Done for Now. We'll click on Done for Now. The next step in this process would be to go ahead and add this group or groups to your signup form. So for that, you just go over to signup forms. So under signup forms now, we can either edit the ones that we've already have existing, or we can create new ones. And I do have a video on that if you're unfamiliar with this new feature, which is really cool. But let's create a new form, do an embedded form, and we'll call this favorite AI group, something like that, making sure we're selecting the right audience, continue to builder. And then for the form fields, we'll have this one down here. What is your favorite AI tool? We'll turn that on and we'll see it appear in our signup form. And then we can click continue, we can embed it, we can share the link, all that good stuff. We'll click on finish for later. But once you've added groups, we can go back to all contacts and you'll see them up here in the columns. So right here, what best describes your diving experience is right there. What is your favorite AI tool? The one we just created is right here. So they're basically saved as an audience field data to each subscriber profile based on what they opted into, what they've selected. Now, you can also manually add people to a group, just like you can manually add people to tags. You can select the appropriate person or persons or all of people on your contact list, and then go over to group contacts, and then you can add them to the group or groups, or remove them from the group or groups as you see fit. So for instance, we can say, what is your favorite AI tool here? We're gonna click on ChatGPT, and then we're gonna select from the action group to add to the group. And if we see this person's profile right here, if we just scroll along, we'll now see that we are been added to the group ChatGPT. So what's the why? Adding tags and groups is the how, but I'm sure some of you are asking why? Why should I be creating tags and groups for my audience list? By leveraging both features strategically with segmentation, you can create more targeted, personalized content that will make your emails more engaging with your subscribers. Now that you're equipped with better understanding of Mailchimp tags and groups, it's time to put that knowledge into practice. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and share, and drop a comment below sharing your experiences with Mailchimp tags and groups. If you're looking for more insightful content on email marketing, here are a couple of videos that you can go check out, and I'll see you in the next video.